They say to let it go. If it comes back, I'll know. But patience has its way of kneeling me. It's inevitable. Why wait when we both know? Can't deny this unspoken chemistry. Never occurred to me you're in it happily. Why drag it out when it's meant to be? It's temporary. He's there where I should be. Want me to wait? I will reluctantly. No matter what the world says, you're mine. Ooh, baby. He's not a factor in this. You're mine. Ooh, darling. Others can't comprehend. How could they understand? This love we have is destiny. You've built something with him. For that I tip my brim. Not relevant cause it's not with me. I'll help you make the break. If need be, I will take by force because you are it for me. Go on and take my hand. I'm here, we'll take a stand. Please do not fight what is meant to be. No matter what the world says, you're mine. Ooh, baby. He's not a factor in this. You're mine. Ooh, darling. No matter what the world says, you're mine. Ooh, baby. He's not a factor in this. You're mine. Ooh, darling.
Is it the pedestal that I've placed her on? From where upon she's admired from? You never heard where I succumb to the point that I become undone. She has me blinded as if I'm looking directly at the sun. Because I see her as the one and only, and low-key, it's annoying the fact that she hasn't chose me. I am baffled cause she chose me but not your broski. It's obvious that I'm the better man, arrow pointing to him cause he's the lesser than. It's obvious boy to comprehend her reasoning and the choice of man. Minimum qualification to turn into accolades, it is Julianne. Loch Ness and Big will have a better chance of being discovered than if I were to become her significant other. Why are the smart ones always quick to make the stupid choice? Completely good but don't exist, wasting the time on fixing boys. It's disappointing because I see her now in clarity. Common sense isn't that common apparently. There's nothing I can do to win. It's beyond me but she's choosing him. My pride and chin I'm questioning. Started to realize that it's all of them. Time and again, She sees potential and she's bound to win. Felonies, DUIs, baby mamas, all in plural. Sounds like a great catch. Hope he doesn't become sterile. Hold up, I have to rethink my situation. Like Baby Bash said, she quick to politic, fly conversation, but I really need to analyze her thought process in choosing guys, or lack thereof, and what that implies. And if that's the case, why the hell am I even stressing it? I should know better to be getting involved in all that messiness. What does that say about my thoughts, my situation? Wasting my time on women that ain't worth the chasing. I mean, damn, she hella pretty, educated, tickle bitties, got them curves, she independent, culture AF, fun and witty. I feel like Silky Johnson, but this is fucking nonsense. Mustering up the courage so that I may voice my conscience. I see myself as quite the suitor, I'd pursue her, not just try to do her, but OMG, I better maneuver myself away from that mess for my best interest, and let it be, put it to rest. There's nothing I can do to win. It's beyond me, but she's choosing him. My pride and I'm questioning. Started to realize that it's all of them. There's nothing I can do to win. It's beyond me, but she's choosing him. My pride and I'm questioning. Started to realize that it's all of them. Time and again, she sees potential and she's bound to win.
Too many fools will talk a big ass game, but what I'm saying is I ain't playing. Don't blame you for being skeptical. You've dealt with boys that couldn't take control, but I'm different. OG swag, gentleman, nice cologne, I got you whispering. Foot massage, Cabernet at my place, it isn't listed. Sole proprietor of this, cause you're about to get the business. Take it off right now. Your mask. I will show you how. It's okay, baby, lose control. Wait till you get a taste of me. I'll really show you ecstasy. No cap, I put it down. I know a place that'll blow your mind. The best asada you will ever find. You ain't used to this and I can see. Treat you right, girl, when you're with me, because I'm different. A real man understands how to treat his women. Leave your wallet at home. When you with me, you ain't spending. Just let it go, I know it's difficult, you're looking pensive. Take it off right now. Your mask. I will show you how. It's okay, baby, lose control. Wait till you get a taste of me. I'll really show you ecstasy. No cap, I put it down. Just leave your shoes at the door. A long day, I know your feet are sore. Take a seat, I fixed you up a plate. Some enchiladas and cold lemonade. You know I'm different. It's well deserved just for you. You know I'll be attentive. Relieve your stress every day. You know I'll be listening. Everything for a queen. Can I get a witness? Take it off right now. Your mask. I will show you how. It's okay, baby, lose control. Wait till you get a taste of me. I'll really show you ecstasy. No cap, I put it down. Times I had to sit and search my mind.
Y'all, we're gonna go live here shortly.
Searching excuses, continuing to be blind.
Let's get it.
Tell me the things that weaken me, they're hard to shake. With even the truth being shown, it's hard for me to break. You're one to break my soul. Your poison takes control. Although I want to leave, it's hard for me. Her existence is the cause that I can't be. It's hard to explain what keeps me coming back for more. Knowing the way out, yeah, I don't walk out that door. I know it's self-inflicting, yet I carry on. I'm able to leave, but I still fail to act upon. You're one to break my soul. Your poison takes control. Although I want to leave, it's hard for me. Her existence is the cause that I can't be. Gathering strength is much easier said than done. Making the leap, I know it's time for me to run. It's an addiction that you're coursing through my veins. Even though pleasure doesn't justify this pain, you're one to break my soul. Your poison takes control. Although I want to leave, it's hard for me. Her existence is the cause that I can't be. Summer nights, boulevards, and my girl is all I need. We're gonna take it slow, real slow. You can see us in my 65 with no place to go. Grab a bite to eat, she's down to earth. Tacos de asada and the coca is what my girl prefers. Vamos a pasarlo bien. Cantinflas escuchando canciones de ayer. Es toda una bendición. No hay nada más que pedir, bien feliz con mi amor. I'm just cruising with my girl, cruising. The only one that I want beside me. I'm just cruising with my girl, cruising. Summer nights, boulevards, and my girl is all I need. I'm just cruising with my girl, cruising. More than a car, it's a throne to display my Mexica queen. Con mi Mexica queen. Con mi African queen. Con mi huelita queen. Just me and my 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 queen.
Can you see me?
Just me and my queen.
Yeah, you muted. Yup.
Yo ya no puedo más contigo, mi bendición, mi castigo, mi delirio. Tu misma esencia es lo que corre por mis venas porque he sido maldecido. Porque no puedo más sostener el peso de esta tristeza. Maldito anillo de oro, algunos ven un tesoro, mientras estoy envuelto en su odio. Oh, yo ya no puedo seguir así, aunque realmente quiero. Mi pena evita los pasos ligeros. Tienes prioridades y no soy el primero. Yo ya no puedo más seguir con este lío que me mata. Romper este ensueño, aunque yo quiero más contigo, es algo prohibido. Y yo soy Prado, el osito del valle. Yo ya no puedo más contigo, mi bendición, mi castigo, mi delirio. Tu misma esencia es lo que corre por mis venas porque he sido maldecido. Porque no puedo más sostener el peso de esta tristeza. Maldito anillo de oro, algunos ven un tesoro, mientras estoy envuelto en su odio. Oh, yo ya no puedo seguir así, aunque realmente quiero. Mi pena evita los pasos ligeros. Tienes prioridades y no soy el primero. Yo ya no puedo más seguir con este lío que me mata. Romper este ensueño que yo quiero más contigo es algo prohibido.
Yes.
Oh, welcome, y'all. Welcome. My name is Absurd. Let me just move all this shit out of the way. I'm sorry, y'all. We were just, we were having a meltdown, kind of. So we're good though. We're back. Um, welcome. How are you doing? Hopefully, your guys' week has been very blessed so far. Um, and welcome to our Be Well Wednesdays, brought to you by Born Evil Studios. Um, Something that we take very seriously here amongst the camp, and there's a lot of people that go without even just being able to speak or have a voice somewhere. So this is your home directly here on the book club Discord, Born Evil Discord, and I can send you links and stuff like that at the end of the day. But we're just here for you guys today, um, February 23rd, 2022. We're pushing a year of doing these mental health. It's not far away, and it's always a blessing to be able to be here and speak. Um, some weeks we have larger people than others as far as amounts, but every week it's always an easy grind. I see there's a lot of people on YouTube today. Thank you guys all on YouTube. That's
Yes.
just like being in here, so that makes me feel good that not only are we just talking to everyone in here that's in the meeting, but people out there in the real world um, taking the time to even tune in and watch us. I'm joined here by a few people. One of them being my vice president, my brother, uh, good friend of mine, Julio, who has just been killing it every week, and I've really enjoyed the new changes. Next week, you guys will see the new graphic layouts and some of the stuff for Be Well Wednesdays. They're almost done. I just couldn't squeeze them in to finish today, but uh, next Wednesday, even more new image towards it, and a lot of big push. So we love y'all. I'm gonna leave this to Julio if he'd like to speak and relay the message to y'all, and then we'll have some open time possibly after, if anyone feels like speaking. But either way, here we are.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for showing up and joining us for Be Well Wednesdays, brought to you by Born Evil. Um, Once again, it's Wednesday, middle of the week. Time to get over the hump. It's hump day. And just wanted to check in with everybody, especially for those who are joining us in our Discord. I want to go ahead and just reach out to you folks now and just give you opportunity real quick and just ask you how your week has been so far and what you look forward to solidifying the rest of this week. So we'll go ahead and start with this Carlo. Carlo, are you available right now? He's not available right now.
I'll be away.
Money Moon. Is Money Moon available right now?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
How you doing, Money?
I'm doing good, man. Just fucking working a lot and trying to find ways to make myself everyday productive.
That's
Um,
right.
yeah. So just staying on top of work and trying to level up here and there in different areas, as far as my own brand and just networking in general. Just taking it step by step every day, just working on it. But yeah, I'm feeling good mentally. I'm feeling pretty good. My mental state right now. I'm not too worried about anything. I don't really got a lot to worry about. So
That's great to hear. That's great news. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, man. You got to find some balance. It seems like you're trying to figure out some balance in between what you're doing just fine. You know, I think you have a great supportive people around you, family and friends. So, it's a blessing to have that, and just keep doing what you're doing, money. You know what I'm saying? Easy money, man.
appreciate it.
Sir, appreciate you. Who else we have in here? B Capo, what's good? Are you available? How's your week so far? And what do you look forward to the rest of this week?
Yo, man, this week's been crazy, been tough, working hard, but I mean, it's nothing that we can't tackle, you know what I mean, as a team, you know what I mean? But for the most part, it's been good. What am I looking forward to? Of course, level up, more networking, more challenges, of course, you know what I mean? Because you can't level up without a challenge, you know? But for the most part, man, just playing my part as a supporter, you know what I mean? Just keep pushing our product, keep pushing our name brand out there, letting them know, man, there's always going to be a place for comfort, a place for everybody. It's a universal space that we have here, you know what I mean? Where everybody's welcome. So that's pretty much what the agenda is that we're pushing here, you know what I mean? Because it's not just is, it be like that sometimes, and can't really can't really go any further than that, It's plain Jane right there for the most part though, but this brand right here, man, this goat brand here, man, it breeds nothing but goat. So we in here, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Let's go. That's what I love to hear, man. We have our good days and our so-so days and our really, really bad days and our just mediocre bad days. But um, it's good to hear people with good days happening. That's I know a lot of times we've been encountering a lot of bad days, but it's great to have the positivity. Like I said, just leveling up, or pushing the brand, pushing the network, whatever you're doing right now, just push through it. I was talking earlier to a gentleman, and he was stressing about a certain situation, and I saw myself in him immediately because I know that I've grown and learned so much in the last 5 years, and I'm still experiencing certain things. Just like every day we live, we experience new things, new challenges, and to hear his perspective on it, and to hear him kind of sound like there was no more hope or no more light at the end of the tunnel. He felt defeated, and I said, "Look," I was like, "check it out, bro. You're here right now. We're talking to each other on the phone." I said, "I could be standing over your casket right now, paying my respects." I was like, "So let's just be thankful that we're given the opportunity to have that stress, because it's a positive stress." Like, and he was locked up, and he's trying to get a home, and he was worried about background checks and stuff. And I said, "Look, man, you're able to go through this opportunity, whether you don't get the outcome that you are hoping for. At least you're still able to go through this process. You could still be incarcerated. You could still be locked up while your old lady is out house shopping without you, taking pictures and writing you letters and letting you know how the house is coming along. But you're actually able to deal with it right now." And he was like, "Thank you for saying that." And I was like, "No, thank you for sharing that with me. You didn't need to bring that up, but let me share a little bit about myself to you, because I want to be able to reciprocate that. I don't want you to get off the phone feeling like, yo, did I just spill my guts and say too much to somebody I don't know?" And I want him to feel like, even though I'm a stranger, I'm a positive outlet for him, and I'm another stranger to him, to where we can connect and still see the same vision and the same thing that we're trying to accomplish in life, adversity. So I think it was pretty awesome to have that phone call. Thank you for sharing your day and your week so far. I wish you a wonderful rest of your week. We're gonna be killing it like we always do. So yeah, and same thing for Money Moon. Bubba, you in here? Is that dead ass Bubba in here? That's Betty. What's up, Nettie? Are you active right now? How's your week so far, and what do you look forward to the rest of this week?
Yeah, I'm here. We've been pretty good, not gonna lie. I do it around all week. It's not gonna lie, I got tonight, this morning. Just on this vlog. Yeah, it's
Long
pretty much
hours,
good.
huh?
Yep. 10 hour good today.
Well, just keep doing what you're doing and keep working hard, man.
Yep.
Keep
Nothing to
grinding.
it.
That's
Yep,
right.
only thing to do.
Word up. I appreciate everybody for sharing their week so far. Um, Tomorrow's a new day. Luckily, we are able to see that day, and just know that to have the opportunity, whether it's not the outcome we wanted. There's days where in my line of business and stuff that I do, There's failure points. I'm not saying the day is a complete failure, but there's points in the day where they're like minor little fails. You know, I always say like I'm a firefighter. I'm constantly like putting out fires, and sometimes those fires spread and cause other fires. But you know, like firefighters do, they make intentional fires and they create a fire line to put out all the other fires. So I catch myself doing that. I've learned to create that fire line to counter those other fires and control those fires, you know? And even though it's still a fucking fire and it's still burning, you have control over that. So it's like, that's why I'm trying to like say those little fails. It's not a complete failure, but it has that flavor of failing. You know, it's trying to get you to fail. So we just got to be able to mitigate through that, weather the fucking storms, man. You know, ladies and gentlemen, and all people watching, and all different kinds of, just everybody watching. You know, we got to be able to weather the storm, mitigate, and it's okay, even if you're talking to yourself, because I know there's times where I catch myself, I gotta like coach myself up. I take a lot of drives. I'm always driving around, and I'm like, yo, Julio, like, don't even trip, man. Like, it's cool. We got the rest of the day to do this. Like, oh yeah, okay. Nope, I got it. Don't even worry. Or even when you're happy, you're like, yeah, let's go. You put that music on. You're like, all right, yeah, going over there to this spot to go take care of this situation, accomplish this. Like, it's just an opportunity. Whether it doesn't go as planned, there might be a negative outcome. You know, everybody has been experiencing so much tragedy, right? And it's like it's almost like a fallout. We're coming out of that fallout of this pandemic, and it's lingering. And is it over? It's not. There's a new variant. There's a new version. And on top of everything else, you know, on top of everything else that's already been existent. And this is just another factor into worldwide mental health. This pandemic is just another pandemic on top of the pandemics that already exist throughout the world already. Okay, and I'm talking about depression. I'm talking about heart disease. I'm talking about overweight and obesity. You know, it seems like we're so quick to want to fix one thing when there's so much hype and so much big waves coming towards it, you know, but then we forget about everything else that's already been pre-existent, that we still have to deal with it, you know. That's why we come here for our mental health on Wednesdays, for us to get together, recoup, say what's up to each other, tap in, and be there for one another, and be there for the people that are watching us at the same time as well. You know, because there could be somebody watching right now that maybe never felt brave enough, or their pride was in the way, or their ego, or just mental health kicking their ass to the point to where it just makes them feel like, nah, this isn't for you. Like, there's nothing for you. There it is. It really is. And I'm going to say this again. I'm going to echo this every week. That doing this every Wednesday is a contributor to strengthening my mental health. So once again, I thank Rob for the opportunity and the platform. I thank everybody in this panel and for those watching, because you all help me strengthen my mental health. This is helping me. This is part of me correcting and trying to fix and trying to aid and trying to compliment and trying to just everything. That's what we have to do. It's okay to try to find ways to accommodate your mental health, but let's try to keep it in a positive realm, you know, because there's other ways of going about that. And I'm kind of segueing into a thing that's called ACEs. I don't know if you guys are familiar with ACEs is. It's part of the CDC vital signs. It's called adverse childhood experiences. So it's early trauma that you experience as a child that kind of carries over into your adulthood. And, you know, we experience these instances or these scenarios or these contributors to our mental health at different stages in our life, but it's proven that the key years of our life, being our youth and being in our childhood, those are where the stigmas and those are where the ingredients and those are where all the situations that happen and contribute, because as you're molding your mind and you're learning in school and you're playing sports or just whatever, you're picking up on things, you're learning them, you're understanding them, you kind of understand them, you're being taught. You're being taught a way like, is this okay? Is this acceptable? Everybody else is doing it, right? But then when you're in a situation, and I'll use myself for example. When you're in a toxic environment as a child growing up with drugs, violence, it's hard. It's hard, right? Sometimes I would, I made fun with it, like being able to stay up late, not having a curfew, being able to have my friends over and play video games or whatever, right? But at the same time, at the end of the night, there was drugs and violence going on in my house. And, I was just trying to live accordingly and navigate through that. And I did. I'm here, okay? And so I feel that when people go through that and they see that not everybody is going through what they're going through, it isolates them. And it don't have to be that specific, identical situation, but when they notice that maybe, when that guy goes home at the end of the day, is he getting his ass beat? Is his mom or dad getting their ass beat? Are they doing drugs? Is his mom there? Is his dad there? Is there, like what's going on? But then when you see like, oh, this person has a great life and they have both parents and, they have everything great going on in their life, so they can never relate to me, but then you find out that that person is just as depressed and have been through more shit than you have. It just looks, like, you ever seen people play pranks where they take a balloon and they put icing and it looks like a cake and then they cut into it and it pops? I feel like that's what that is. That's like a metaphor for that. It's like, it looks like it's a cake and, it's probably even got a candle, you go to cut into it and it pops. And it's just like, no, it was just air. It just had the appearance of that. And we discover that within ourselves and about each other. It goes back to the don't judge a book by its cover. If we're all breathing and living and talking right now, we're all going through some shit. Whether it's negative, positive, work, life, relationships, whatever. We're going through it. We got to remember that these are things that keep us occupied and going and keeping us carrying on to produce and do our part and our role in society at the same time. We really do make the world go around. Your job, his job, her job, my job, everybody's job all gets directed into one big thing. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps things going on. It keeps the world going around. So for us to be able to do that, we got to make sure that our mentals are in check for us to be able to produce and be able to be the best part of ourselves. Because there's times where I've been able to call my boss and be like, look, I'm having a bad mental health morning. Like, I'm not going to be any use today. I'm going to be more harm than good. Like, I'm going to be dead weight, Rather than lying and being like, yo, I'm sick, it should be perfectly okay for you to call in and take a day off of work and say, hey, I need a mental day. I almost strangled fucking Marcus. I almost, punched my boss and my supervisor in his face. I don't know, I need a mental health day. They should respect that. I think a lot of people, when they do need a mental health day, they might lie, say they're sick and COVID. Don't do that because you're speaking that shit into existence. Like, please stop saying those things if you don't really have that going on. Just be honest, especially when it comes to mental health. Like, if somebody's gonna downplay and talk down on your mental health, you know what? They're suffering more than you are and than we are. Okay, so initially we want to be like, fuck you. Like, you ain't shit. At the same time, it's like, yo, we gotta realize that they're going through some shit as well, and they just don't understand. We might not be able to understand at this juncture, but maybe sometime down the road, we'll be able to understand each other. You know, so it's okay to not understand. It's okay to have different opinions. It's okay to not agree. But going back to the pre-existent, um, these been pandemics. You know, I want to say pandemics, but going back to these vital signs and going back to ACEs and this from the CDC, I'm gonna go ahead and share this with everybody right now. Just give me a moment. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about right here. So this is from November 2019 from the CDC. And this is called ACEs, Adverse Childhood Experiences. Preventing early trauma to improve adult health. So 1 in 6 adults experience 4 or more types of ACEs. 5 of 10, at least 5 out of the top 10 leading causes of death are associated with ACEs. 44% preventing ACEs could reduce the number of adults with depression by as much as. So, I mean, just to go ahead and break it down for you right away and kind of tell you what it is, you can already see the numbers and the scientific research and facts. And then right here has an overview. Adverse childhood experiences or potentially traumatic events that occur in childhood. ACEs can include violence, abuse, growing up in a family with mental health or substance abuse problems. Toxic stress from ACEs can change the brain development and affect how the body responds to stress. ACEs are linked to chronic health problems, mental illness, and substance misuse in adulthood. However, ACEs can be prevented. Prevented ACEs can help children and adults thrive and potentially lower risk for conditions like depression, asthma, cancer, and diabetes in adulthood. Reduce risky behaviors like smoking and heavy drinking. Improve education and job potential. Stop ACEs from being passed from one generation to the next. So, lower risk for conditions like depression, asthma, cancer, diabetes. So we have depression, of course. Asthma. I had asthma from the time I was, I don't know, I guess a baby, all the way until like before I turned like 13, 14. And I used to have inhalers. I used the nebulizer. I did all those things. Okay. Funny enough, doing sports and being more active took my asthma away. And I credit that because I love sports, so I credit happiness. And this really resonates with me and it really blows my mind right now because not being happy and being confused and not being a kid and not understanding what the hell is going on around me right now. Why is this shit happening? So it kind of makes sense, right? And then, of course, risk behaviors like smoking and drinking. But yet, there's a liquor store in every corner, and you can get tobacco anywhere. Okay, so you know these are certain things that are key contributors. It's so accessible. It's there for us. And then improve education and job potential. Right? If you don't have a job, you're unemployed. With the pandemic especially, it does a lot of things. It's created a lot of things. A lot of lives have been lost due to that. It's definitely been a domino effect. My only thing with improved education is if we're going to improve education, let's not make 4 years in college the most important years of our lives that we need to be able to get a job out of. I think going 12 years in school before going to 4 years is enough time for us to learn key tools and education on investing and knowing how to open a bank account and do your taxes and things that you need to do when you become an adult, learning how to cope with mental health. If we're going to do better and improve education and job potential, I think it really starts there. And if we're going to increase job potential, let's increase the opportunity in school. Let's teach these trades. If we want to teach math, let's teach measurements. Let's teach carpentry. Let's read the room. In Central Valley, in California, we have agriculture and construction. Why don't we pay more attention to that? And when you go to school, it's like going to a trade school. You're learning real life values and real tools to carry on in this world and society, because I've yet to do calculus and trigonometry and any of that shit in any of my jobs. But let me tell you, I've worked in a microbiology lab and I've worked for the Department of Defense. So if you're there saying this guy's full of shit, no, I've yet to use that in any of those jobs. So going back to ACEs, you know, real quick, we're gonna make this available for you guys. So I'm gonna post it in my story. I'm gonna post a link, but just going over it, I mean, you know, if we could prevent it and reduce the large number of health conditions, we got 21 million cases of depression. We got up to 1.9 million cases of heart disease, and we got 2.5 million cases of overweight obesity. Me, myself, I was 326 pounds in 2017. I ate through my depression. I ate through my pain. I'm a living, talking experience. You know, I really mean what I say. I'm not trying to preach. I'm just telling from experience. Like, once again, I tell you that this helps with my mental health. This strengthens my mental health by being able to share these things and being able to discover these things and read these things out loud to you folks watching and in the panel. Because at the end of the day, like, why not help each other out? Why not? If we can prevent it, we're all gonna die. I understand that we're all gonna die. But if we can prevent each other from dying in ways that we're inducing ourselves, then let's fucking give it a try. Why not? I mean, don't you want to be here to see your kids? Don't you want to see some grandkids? Don't you want to know what it's like to be old and gray? And I mean, why not? I laugh at that shit. I started this life with no teeth and a bald head. I mean, I still got a bald head, but shit, I started this life with no teeth and a bald head. I'm ready to end this life with a bald head and no teeth and a walker and somebody wiping my ass. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and I've been looking at that the whole time on my screen share. But yeah, that's just, you know, ACE is a real thing. And I know that we can help prevent that, and we can create more awareness for those who aren't aware of it. And some of these things I was not even aware of. And that's why I'm going to continue reading on my own time and digging deeper, because like I said, these are tools to help with mental health. By us taking these articles, okay, and doing the research, and just, you don't gotta listen to anybody else. Just go ahead and get on your Googles, search it up. I'm depressed. What can help me? Hopefully, Born Evil Studios comes up, and Be Well Wednesdays is right there for you. You know what I'm saying? There's a picture of Ab's face with his fucking chains like this and his BE hat. You know what I'm saying? Like something, or what? Like, look how we are. Like, for those watching who are just watching on YouTube, you see everybody's icons and their avatars right here. It speaks volumes on the amount of jokes and just fuckery. And don't get me wrong, all of us in here, we butt heads too, because it's not all, it's just life. Life is not perfect. We're not going to have a perfect day every day. It's different every day. We're not going to agree. We're not going to get along all the time. But it's not a deal breaker, right? It's never a fucking, we don't need to let a certain situation define us and make that be the deal breaker. I used to let that happen to me all the time. I would blow up on a lot of things. I still do. It's a defense mechanism. You know what I'm saying?
What's
It's
up,
like,
my
oh, why you
boy
gotta be so
Smokey?
defensive? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to defend myself because I know I'm right. You just gotta listen to me. Please just listen to me, because now I feel like I'm yelling. And I am yelling, and now I'm screaming. I don't want to yell and scream because I grew up around that shit and I hated it. And I started screaming and yelling when I was with my kids' mothers, and I hated that shit. And I don't want my kids to ever be around that shit, because I don't want them to have a negative mental health growing up. And I'm blessed that they've never seen that type of shit so far, because it's not going to be perfect for them. I gotta remember that I'm raising 2 young men and 1 young
Carly,
lady.
what up?
Okay, and they're going to be in this world one day, adults going through the same shit, 10 times more, 10 times different. I can't even imagine. I won't even be able to know. I can only know at a certain point. And it terrifies me. But at the same time, if I do what I'm supposed to do, and my boys' mothers and my daughter's mother, they do what they're supposed to do, and we work together on making sure they're going to be good as adults, and they'll be fucking straight, because I know I'm solid. You know, even though we're not together, at the end of the day, they're still solid. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had babies with them. Okay, let's just be real. okay? But I want to try to help break those cycles. If you're in a relationship right now and you got kids, okay, and you're having some arguments and you're starting to, if it's ever like, hey, go in the room, that's even worse because now they know you're arguing, right? So let's try to keep that arguing to a minimum, and let's not raise our voices, and let's save it for another time when kids aren't present, because that shit hurts. And you don't want them to think that that's okay when they have a disagreement with their spouse or their significant other or their partner, that it's okay to just yell and scream or to hit or any of those things. I was raised around it all. I know, unfortunately, a lot of everybody in here was raised around the same shit. If not, then that's great. But I'm not trying to carry that shit on. I'm not trying to let my kids be like, here, your turn. Now you yell and scream, and rather than talking and being civil and communicating, because that's what it is. It's a failure of communication. It's a failure of speaking your mind. I feel like that's why previously my mental health was deteriorating even more, is because I wasn't communicating. I wasn't saying anything. I wasn't telling nobody shit. I was just keeping it inside. That's not going to do any good, y'all. Just keeping it in, letting it fester, it's not going to do good. Like, if you're thinking about killing yourself right now, don't do that. Do not kill yourself right now. You are loved. You might not feel like you love, but you are loved right now. If you're thinking about killing yourself right now, you're loved. Your eyes are still open right now. Don't do that shit. We got a lot of life to live. It really is our choice, because I've heard a lot of people say, oh, well, selfish, and it's like, look, what's the difference between me smoking a pack of cigarettes every day, no matter what people tell me, no matter what I see, then I get full-blown lung cancer, and I still smoke cigarettes, right? It's the same thing, right? You're finding ways to kill yourself. We're just aiding the process of what's to come, is death, okay? But there's no reason for us to take our lives when we feel like there's no more life for us to live, because there really is. There really is. And there's a lot of us that felt that way, and that still feel that way. And it's still kind of like teeter-tottering right now. Fuck that. Get off that teeter-totter and stand up. Just know that you are loved. Know that if you have the opportunity to open your eyes, and you still have that pain in your heart and your body, and it's just riddled, and you just feel it, that depression, just everything, all of that shit. It's a blessing to still feel that, because you're still looking at it in its eyes, and you still have your eyes open. So let's face it, let's get through it, and it's okay to ask for help. There's people that I never thought would have helped me. I never would have thought they would have helped me until I said something to them finally. And they were like, fuck, we would have helped you a long time ago. Why'd you say anything, Julio? I'm saying it now. Well, thank you for saying it now. It's never too late. It's never too late to fucking speak up. It's never too late to ask for help. It's not. I can't stress this enough. If you're watching right now at home, just know that you are loved, and you matter, and you're valued, and you deserve to live. All right? I swear to you. If you stay alive today, for tomorrow, you'll know. So that's really what this is too, because at the end of the day, with mental health, finally just crumbles its fucking paper at you and throws it at you, you're just like, you know what, I'm done, I want to check out. Don't check out. Check in. That's what Wednesday's for. Be Well Wednesdays. We check in with each other. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be. That's what it's gonna be. We're trying to live. We're trying to be well. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We all have pasts. We all have skeletons in our closet. Okay, but look, we're trying right now. We're trying. It's okay to just try. It's okay. So, once again, CDC, vital signs, adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, put it into that cycle. Let's help one another. Let's help each other out, one another out. It's okay to ask for help. If you see somebody that looks like they need help, ask them if they need help. You know, ask them if they need help. And help out people. Be nice to each other. Be kind. And love hard and love now, because fucking 10 minutes from now ain't guaranteed either. So, you know, real talk. But I appreciate everybody joining us on the panel here. If you guys have anything that you would like to talk about, anything that resonated with you on this, what I just read, or if you just want to chime in and just finish it up and just shoot the shit and talk, let's go ahead and do it. But I appreciate everybody's time.
Still open for anybody. If not, then we'll go ahead and conclude the meeting. But just make points on it. You know, it's important. You guys know you're not alone out there, and you should. You know, I said this 3 times today. Whenever somebody asked how you doing, I'm like, oh, I'm doing great. You know, I'm like, but it always could be worse. You know, like, you know, I'm doing cool, but it always could be worse. And I'm like, you're right. It always could be worse. You know, like. So opening your eyes and being able to get to it every day is super important in my mind, as I know a lot of us here feel the same way.
I just also feel, bro, I just want to say, one, my bad for coming in late, y'all. I had caught up doing some shit, but one thing that I started doing, bro, was changing my ways of waking up. You know what I mean? My mentality, bro. Like, instead of like pouting about it or bitching about it, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, I'm blessed to be able to wake up. You feel me? Because a lot of people ain't blessed to wake up today. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm blessed to go to work today because a lot of people don't got jobs. You know what I mean? So I'm starting to think in a better way than before I used to, bro. And slowly but surely, bro, manifestation, you know what I mean? I'm manifesting my future, bro. And slowly but surely, everything's coming into play, bro. And I'm just so excited, bro. I just got a brand new car yesterday. So, you feel me? Like, I'm just trying to just keep on moving forward, you know what I mean? Like, it's slow process, bro, but little by little, bro, we out there. And I just want to say thank you to you guys for being your day one support, you know what I mean? And it's not only on Wednesdays, you feel me? It's every day of the fucking week. And that's what I want people to know. Don't feel like it's only one day. You feel me? Like, you can reach out to any of us, any of us or anybody at any time. Like, you feel me? Like, that's the real people that's really going to be there for y'all. But that's all I got to say. I appreciate y'all, though.
Right. Appreciate you, man. Let's go. Congratulations. Let's keep it going, man. You know what I'm saying? We all leveling up. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of excited for that shit, bro. Really excited. Ooh, okay,
You see that smile, bro. You see
You
that
feel me?
smile, yeah.
Gotta get that shit, bro.
Look,
It's
pat
still
yourself
work,
on the
bro.
back. Hell yeah, pat yourself on the
You
back.
feel
Just
me?
take
Like, nah, it's not only that, bro. It has to do a lot more with like I was sharing a car with my dad. You feel me? Like it was 3 people to one car, and then my dad was always like complaining to me about leaving shit in the car, or sometimes the gas may be low, but yet I'm the one putting the money up for this shit. You feel me? So it's just little shit, bro, that I'm going through. You feel me? And I tend to like push away. You feel me? Like that's why y'all haven't seen me in the Discord, because I tend to like to fucking battle my shit head on. You feel me? Like if I'm gonna go through this shit, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go through this shit alone because that's all I know. You know. So it's something that I've been trying to fix, you know what I mean? Because I'm not alone. I got y'all, you know what I mean? I got people that I can bounce on and give my bad energy to, so I won't have that bad energy, you know what I mean? But that's something I have to cope with and have to cut in mind, you feel me? But I'm blessed, bro, and we're out here.
Talk that shit. Let's go.
Anyone else feel like sharing?
Well, I appreciate everybody sharing their week. I appreciate everybody speaking and sharing anything they had. Once again, want to thank those who tuned in, and those who joined on the panel. Look forward to next week. We're gonna have a special guest for next week's episode. We'll be dropping the information later on this week. But just remember to be well. I'm gonna see everybody next Wednesday for Be Well Wednesday.
We love y'all, man. Thank you guys for peeping.